Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the place where you don't get polished dealership rehearsals, you don't get boring scripted marketing fluff, and you definitely don't get sugar-coated takes that make every car look like a hero. Here, you get the real, unfiltered truth about the cars that actually matter. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, because today we're diving into one of the most hyped electric SUVs of the year, the 2026 Audi Q6 e-tron. This is Audi's next big step in their EV lineup, and it's not just about competing with Tesla, Mercedes, or BMW. It's about setting a new standard for what an electric SUV should feel like in terms of design, technology, and driving performance. And trust me, after spending some time with it, I've got a lot to say. Exterior. When you first walk up to the Audi Q6 e-tron, the front end makes a statement before you even press the unlock button. Audi has taken their iconic single-frame grille and given it a futuristic EV twist. Instead of the traditional gaping hole for airflow, you get a mostly closed-off panel with subtle textures that look premium rather than cheap. The slim LED headlights, part of Audi's digital light signature system, give the car a sharp and almost predatory look. You can actually customize light patterns for greetings or farewells, which sounds like a gimmick at first but honestly feels like a piece of sci-fi tech when you see it in action. The front bumper is sculpted with aerodynamic intent, but it doesn't scream "I'm an EV" the way some competitors do. It balances futuristic with familiar in a way only Audi really nails. Moving to the side profile, the proportions of the Q6 e-tron are interesting. It sits between the Q5 and Q7 in size, which makes it a sweet spot for families who want space without feeling like they're driving a tank. The long wheelbase is immediately noticeable, and that translates to more interior room, which we'll get into later. Flush door handles and smooth lines help with aerodynamics, but they also make the car look clean and modern. The roofline slopes gently toward the rear without stealing headroom, which is a nice touch. Audi clearly didn't want to go full coupe SUV here, because practicality still matters. The side mirrors are traditional, not camera-based, and while some may complain about Audi playing it safe, it's actually a good call in terms of visibility and user-friendliness. Wheels range from 19 to 21 inches depending on trim, and they're styled with those futuristic turbine-like patterns that scream efficiency but still manage to look aggressive. Around the back, the Q6 e-tron continues Audi's design philosophy of tying everything together with a full-width light bar. It's not just a light strip up, it's a digital OLED tail light system with customizable patterns. So yes, your Audi can literally have a unique light signature compared to your neighbors, which is kind of cool and very on-brand for a premium EV. The tailgate is wide and practical, making cargo loading easy, and the bumper integrates subtle aero features without looking over-designed. You'll notice the lack of fake exhaust tips, which is refreshing, because nothing looks sillier than an EV pretending to have tailpipes. Interior. Step inside, and this is where Audi really flexes. The Q6 e-tron interior feels like you've just walked into a high-tech lounge. The dashboard is dominated by a sweeping digital cockpit layout. Instead of a single screen plopped in the middle, Audi integrates a curved OLED driver display and a central touchscreen that blend together seamlessly, creating what they call the digital stage. Everything is crisp, sharp, and extremely responsive. There's even a passenger side screen that allows whoever's riding shotgun to watch media or help with navigation without distracting the driver. Materials are top-notch: recycled fabrics, sustainable leathers, and soft-touch surfaces everywhere. It feels luxurious but modern, not old-school luxury. Ambient lighting is next level, with customizable color zones that actually match the themes of the infotainment system. Sit in this cabin at night, and it feels like you're in a concept car. The seats are incredibly supportive, offering heating, ventilation, and massage functions, depending on trim. Space in the back seats is impressive, thanks to that long wheelbase, and the flat airfloor makes the middle seat genuinely usable. Cargo capacity is generous, with more than enough room for family trips, plus a frunk for extra storage up front. Now, let's talk about performance, because this is where Audi wants to prove that electric doesn't just mean efficient, it means exciting. The Q6 e-tron is built on the new PPE platform, which it shares with the Porsche Macan. That should already tell you something about how serious this car is. You've got dual-motor all-wheel drive setups available, and power outputs range from around 375 horsepower in the standard model to over 510 horsepower in the Q6 e-tron. That means 0 to 60 times as quick as 4.2 seconds in the sportier version, which is seriously quick for a family SUV. Battery options hover around 100 kilowatt-hours, giving real-world ranges between 300 and 370 miles depending on configuration and wheel size. Fast charging is one of its biggest strengths. It supports 800-volt architecture, which means you can add about 186 miles of range in just 10 minutes under ideal conditions. That's faster than most of its rivals and puts it nearly on par with the Porsche Taycan in terms of charging tech. Driving dynamics are what you'd expect from Audi: stable, planted, and confidence-inspiring. It's not razor-sharp like a sports car, but it balances comfort and handling in a way that makes long trips effortless while still being fun on winding roads. Adaptive air suspension is available, letting you raise or lower the ride height depending on conditions. And of course, you've got all the latest driver assist systems: adaptive cruise, lane centering, automated parking, you name it. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Audi Q6 e-tron is positioned to compete with Tesla's Model Y performance, BMW's X, and Mercedes' SUV. Expect the base models to start around $68,000 to $70,000 in the US, with higher trims pushing into the $90,000 range for the Q6 e-tron. That's premium money, no doubt, but you're also getting premium quality, design, and technology. Plus, Audi's brand cachet still carries weight in the F space, where buyers want something that feels both modern and established. So, after spending time with the Q6 e-tron, here's the takeaway: Audi didn't reinvent the wheel with this SUV, but they perfected a lot of details that matter in daily life. The exterior is sleek without being shouty, the interior is one of the best in the segment, and the performance strikes a balance between excitement and comfort. Charging speeds and range are strong points, making it genuinely usable as a long-distance EV. Yes, it's pricey, and yes, some rivals may offer slightly more range or sportier handling, but the overall package here feels cohesive and premium. This isn't just another EVA, it's Audi showing they're not just following Tesla, they're building something uniquely their own. That's going to wrap up today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Audi Q6 e-tron, hit that like button, subscribe to Car Flash if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming reviews. Drop a comment below and let me know, would you take this over a Tesla Model Y, a BMW X, or even a Porsche Macan? I love hearing your takes. Until next time, this is Car Flash, giving you the real, unfiltered truth about the cars that matter.